Okay, I hope you still have enough energy to listen to this keynote. I'm very happy to talk about customer experience because that's not a topic we are just working for the last 2 years, but for many, many years. I'm the CEO of Pidas, and we work in this field. And I'd also talk about chatbots, and I'm very happy that I can do so. But I need the clicker first. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. So maybe you don't know Pidas as a company. I don't want to say a lot of words, but we have one part is consultancy. We develop software products and started 2.5 years ago with our own chatbot platform. And we are also in the field of IT service desk. So what is interesting is that we don't just give good advice how to increase customer experience and to develop unsatisfied customers into fans. And we don't just also develop cool and fancy software products, but we also have a service organization, an IT service desk with about 120 employees. So the possibility for us as Pidas is that we can test our new software products, our new models, if these products really work in the field. We work for different companies. I think some of these logos you are well known for you, and probably you're also working for this kind of companies. So our topic is customer experience, how to increase customer experience, how to get loyal customers. So that's really something we are working for in the last years, and it's still today it's a big field. So if we look about what happens, how can we have happy customers, we have to understand this concept. And I don't know if you can see this, but what happens if a customer has an expectation at that level and an experience at a lower level? What happens? I guess? What kind of customers will you get? You will get an unsatisfied customer. It's very clear. What happens if you are able to deliver exactly the experience the customer is expecting? Very easy. You have a satisfied customer, and that's a concept many companies have been working for in the last years about customer satisfaction. I don't know any company that doesn't do customer service, always trying to have a better customer satisfaction. And I think here in Switzerland, most companies, if they do a customer satisfaction survey, they will get a feedback of the customers of, I don't know, at a scale of 10, maybe 8 to 9. And so they say, okay, we have 8.5, we're really good, we have satisfied customers. And the problem of satisfied customers is that they are not loyal. So we understand that unsatisfied customers are not loyal, but we have to understand that just satisfied customers are at the same stage like unsatisfied customers. They are not loyal. And so, for example, we have a lot of colleagues working in Vienna. So I go on a regular basis. I have to fly to Vienna, and I'm a very satisfied Austrian Airlines customer. So I'm exactly here in the middle. So Austrian Airlines exactly delivers what I expect, exactly at the same level, and so I'm a satisfied customer. The problem is that if I get a better price from Swiss or other company, I'm going to just walk away from Austrian Airlines and say, okay, I have a cheaper flight. I'm going to fly with Swiss. And so what we have to understand is that the goal has to be above the expectation. And I think we have a lot of new possibilities with new technologies, with new channels to really do things that the customer does not expect. And that's a high potential, and it's very important because then we can turn unsatisfied customer into satisfied customers and then into happy and loyal customers. So that's what we are doing and what we are focusing, and that's a really hard job. because expectation of customers, they are not stable, so they increase. So, for example, if more and more customers are having experience with chatbots, good experience with chatbots, and your company doesn't offer this possibility to interact with chatbot, you will suddenly be on the left side and have unsatisfied customers, because maybe your customer is expecting that they can interact with this new channel. So if we look at digital customer care, what does it mean? And I think we have learned as Pidas to see two main dimensions. One dimension is the customer experience dimension, omni-channel customer experience. So how can we deliver on a consistent omni-channel experience to our customers? And this is something we are just looking from a client perspective, from a customer perspective. And that's a very important thing. So it's not something that started just 2 years ago, but it's something clients or customers are used to have interactions with companies. And we have channels, communication channels, which are basic, like phone, but we have email, and we have now the possibility to create new experience with newer channels like video or, for example, chat. And the point is, how can we offer a consistent and unique and a good customer experience on all these channels? And the second dimension we are working on is more like a company perspective. So how can we offer these new channels, but at the same time, not offering just the channel like chat, but how can we use new technology to do it in a very efficient way? And so what I see is that many companies, they go on the customer perspective, they say, okay, our customers, they want to interact with chat. And what do? They offer live chat. But live chat is very difficult to automate. So suddenly they need more manpower, more people to really have a high performance on this live chat. So another concept would be to say, what channel is needed by our customers, and how can we automate, and how can we use new technology to offer this new channel in a better way? So that's what we are focusing. And we see a lot of potential, even if we talk about robotics or AI, to automate existing channels like phone, like email, not only new channels like chat or video. So that's something we say it's about operational excellence. I will show you afterwards a case on that. Then how can we offer new channels and at the same time offer a high service automation? And the last level is how can we offer a full digital user experience to our customers? And we believe that chatbot is one of the best fields, because with chatbots, you can increase or you can offer new experience on a new channel. And chatbot is a good field because you have possibilities to use new technologies to automate these kind of interactions. So our point is, don't just offer live chat, for example. You should offer chatbot at the same time. So you can combine chatbot with live chat, because then you can give new experience, but also use new technology. And I would like to show you a use case we did for a real case study for Symphony. It's a health insurance company. And I think it's a really good case, because Symphony, what did Symphony really great in that story is that they were accepting to develop a platform in small steps. So they understood we cannot change our company in 1 year and be very digital. So they really tried to focus where can we do the first steps? Where can we do the steps that on the one hand we can offer new customer experience, and on the other hand we can use the right technology to do so. And that's how we created a team. People from Pidas, people from Symphony, people from marketing agency saying, hey, let's go on this road. Let's create new customer experience, and let's use new technology to do so. And we created Sympy. That's the virtual assistant. And we said, let's take Sympy on this road, and let's figure out how Sympy, this virtual assistant, can help Symphony and Symphony's customers to do the job. And that's we implemented our platform Lena. It's a Pidas chatbot platform which powered the Sympy chatbot. And the first thing was we started with the most easiest thing, is to automate email. And I'm still wondering, when I hear a lot about AI and RPA and robotics, how many companies, large companies, still use manpower to classify mails, to route emails. And this is something very easy. We could implement in a few weeks. Sympy was able to classify the emails, to route the emails, to answer certain emails directly to the customers. And that's what we did. What we used was natural language processing to understand what is the request from the customer. What do we have to do? Has it to be routed into the marketing, into the sales channel, into the customer service? Is it something that has to be processed very fast, or do we have 1 or 2 days time to answer? So this is what we used, and the benefit for the organization was less manual effort. So we have a few people that were every day classifying emails, routing emails, trying to figure out where this email has to be placed, is now done by Sympy, and so they have more time to work on more complex cases. And for the customer, it's a big joy, because emails response is much faster. So before, a customer maybe had to write 1 or 2 emails to get an answer, but now Sympy takes control of that, and it is in this responsible to have a high response and very fast response rate. So that was the first step. Sympy working at Symphony. No customer knew that we are working, that Sympy is classifying the mails, is routing the mails. The customers had just the benefit on an existing channel. And for the employees, it was a big help, because at the end of the day, no one likes to read the whole time customer complaints, boring emails, and trying to classify it into the different boxes. So we relieved people from Symphony so that they can do more interesting job, and at the end of the day, we had happier customers. Then we thought, okay, what's gonna be the next thing with Sympy? And the first thing that always comes when we talk about chatbot is we have to be able to answer to all questions. So what we're gonna do is we have a website, and the first thing is I come to the website and the bot is saying, how can I help you? And I can tell you that's the really wrong way to start a chatbot project, because this is much more complex as we think. Because there are many kind of intents, many kind of questions of customers. And if you want to fail on a chatbot project, start with this kind of project. To say, just ask me anything, anytime, and I will give you the answer. Because you will have a longer time to start and launch such a project. So what we did is, we thought, together with Symphony, where do we have pain points? And here comes marketing. They told us that last year they had a very strong campaign on social media to advertise in the fall to change the insurance policies. And so what they said is, we were very successful on social media. We had a lot of traffic on the website, but we had at the same time a very high bounce rate. So we had traffic on the website, but people just left after a few seconds. And so that's why marketing asked us, how can you help us with a chatbot that if we have someone on the website, we just can't just give them away, but we have to interact with them, we have to classify leads. And that was the start for the second phase, where we started with easy conversations. depending on what landing page the customer was entering. So we did not offer this chatbot to every landing page on the whole Symphony side, but just on a few landing pages where we knew if we have someone there, it's probably someone that is a potential new customer. And so we started on very specific landing pages and could bring very specific stories. So if we saw that someone is interested for travel insurance and is coming to this landing page, the chatbot story starts exactly at that point, saying, hey, cool, that you're interested in this kind of product. Where do you go? What's your holiday plans? And so trying to interact and to start a conversation with the customer. And in the first phase of the project, we thought the bot will interact very shortly with the customer and then pass it or give a handover into the live chat. Because the salespeople in the chat, they said, hey, we want to close it. We want to do the business. So don't do too much stories and conversation with the bot. Please give us all these customers into the live chat. And what we saw is at the end that many customers, they like to interact with the bot. And so also during night, like we had after 8 o'clock during the whole night, we had customers on the page, and they were happy to just like interact with the bot. And then the bot was saying, okay, give me your data, give me your phone number, give me your everything, and we're going to give you an offer tomorrow. So you will have a concrete offer within 12 hours. And people were very happy with that. And so the sales director of Symphony, he was not very happy at the beginning of the project that we did these kind of things, because he said, my people are good on the phone, they should not chat, because we're not going to sell anything. But then he saw they get a lot of leads out of this new chatbot. And believe it or not, at the end of the day, we could generate 7% of all new customers Symphony did in the fall came out of this new channel. And we declared it as a test and learn phase. And at the end of the day, we had 7% of all new customers Symphony gained in the fall by a stupid, simple bot. You understand? We were not asking the client, what kind of insurance do you want? We said, cool that you are here. Cool that you want to change your insurance policy, and then we try to get the data or to put them into the live chat. And this really worked. Here maybe just a view on this on the change, on the handover from the bot to the live chat, which really worked well, because the live agents, they always saw what happened before. So they saw the bot, customer interaction, and then they could continue the conversation out of the chatbot story. So the next level was saying, okay, now we have the platform, we have an integrated platform, we're using NLP for email, we're using conversation, special convos and stories for sales. Now let's go to customer service. And there we know when a customer comes to the website on specific sites where you know he want to change his address, he want to complain, etc., you just have to give him the possibility that he can write whatever he wants. And then you have to have the ability to understand and to display the right answers, or to go into the right systems and check if the data is available and give the data back to the customer. So it's a very higher level of complexity, and that was phase 3, where we try to answer frequently questions, where we try to automate end-to-end services, like, for example, change of address, which is something you say, hey, it's not interesting, but it happens a lot. People are calling, people are writing emails, people are writing letters to change their address. These are really cool cases we can automate with chatbot. What is also interesting is that many people, if they want to interact with Symphony, they just go on Google, type Symphony, and come into the website. And if they find someone that helps them, that guides them through different processes, it's most likely that they're going to check it out if it works. If they don't find this, they're going to call. And call is very expensive. So you need to have a lot of people ready to react, to have a high reachability. And what is the possibility with Sympy here is that we can change, or we can have a shift from call into the chat or chatbot. And I think that's a big benefit for the whole organization. And at the end of the day, the customer will have a 24/7 service. So he will be able to change his address at night if he wants to do so. And he doesn't have to call, to explain, to do everything. And so the next level, we are not at that level, but we will work on that level, is how can we implement and how can we support Sympy to be more proactive, to be more personal, and to be more emotional. And that's something we are really working hard on that, so that Sympy is not just like a virtual assistant that does a good job, but that Sympy can be a virtual assistant that is able to create emotions and to really act like in a personal way. That's something, this phase, we are still working for. So if we look at the map I saw you in the beginning, we started very small, very easy with email automation. By the way, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, okay. And by the way, email automation was interesting because we learned a lot in natural language processing on the intent recognition. So we have a better database to start with the customer service chatbot. So I'm going to be very fast, and I want to close. We will continue with Lena AI, with this platform we implemented at Symphony, and I'm going very, very fast. We're going to bring it into the public cloud this year in summer. So this is going to be the next big thing. We have nice, good customers. We have Bankler, Basel Kantonalbank, Symphony, Eurorings. We have cool customers, and we're going to bring them into this cloud. And this is going to be a strong project. And so we are hiring developers, marketeers, sales, and we are hiring about 30 people within the next week. So if you're interested to be part of a cool chatbot story, just talk to us, and you will be able to start next week on this journey with us, with Lena and Sympy. Thank you very much.